Hello, this is just going to be a very short video to give you a bit of an introduction to Springpod, which hopefully should be something that will be really useful for you as you start thinking about your future and your next steps. So, who are Springpod? We are an online careers platform. So we offer free experiences that you can gain experience across a wide range of different sectors and industries. We also have opportunities where you can have a look at your options after school or college. And if you really want to start looking ahead, we also offer insights into university courses or degree courses at university. So, above all, what we really want to do is give you the chance to have all the information that you need to be able to make those really informed decisions about your next steps. So you may well be thinking about these questions, or people may be asking you these questions, and it can be quite overwhelming thinking about your future and your next steps. So you may have heard of some of these questions, like you may be thinking about maybe what an apprenticeship is, or people might be saying, do you want to go to university? Do you want to go to college? You may be thinking about what subjects you enjoy or you don't enjoy as you're making decisions about your choices about what to study next. Um, it's also, it may be you may be starting to think about what you enjoy outside of school and maybe how you could turn those interests into a future career. So, what do you want to be when you're older is a question that can be quite tricky to answer, but hopefully Springpod is here to help you make that decision process a little bit easier. So you may be one of these pictures here. So are you someone that's a little bit confused or unsure? I would say if you're one of these people, that is absolutely perfectly okay. You do not have to have your whole future mapped out at this stage. But that does, provide even more reason really to start trying different experiences to try and work out what you like and what you don't like. Or you may be someone that is super organized and you have a plan and you know what you want to do and you've started looking into kind of how you can get into that career, which is amazing. It's great to have those ideas to start researching now. I would also say to you, though, if you are this person, it's really a good idea still to be open to new ideas and try new experiences because there may well be careers that you've never even heard of before, that you can find out a bit more information about how you get into those careers. So there may be your perfect career out there that you don't even know about yet. So, what do you need to know to make these decisions? So, you need this insight. So, lots of people, we know a little bit about jobs, but you don't really find out exactly what a job involves until you experience it. So, these experiences will really help you confirm your choices, as I say, or it may well mean that you discover a new career idea that you hadn't thought about before. So, to be able to plan ahead and make those decisions, you need to have this knowledge of what happens in a particular career. You need to know what sort of skills are important. Maybe you already have those skills, or maybe you find out that there's particular skills that you'll need to develop a little bit more to be able to apply for that apprenticeship or university course or college course that you want to do. Um, you need to find out what subjects you need to study. What you don't want to do is get to the point of application and find out you're studying the wrong subjects. There's always lots of opportunities to change pathways, but it's always good to kind of plan ahead and see all the different routes that are available to you to enter a particular career. You may well be surprised that there's more than one way to get to your end goal. So, you don't need to rush into these decisions. You need to kind of stop and think and have a look and think about what you enjoy and what you don't enjoy. And all of this will mean that you make good decisions about your future. And you can think about what you've experienced and maybe discuss your experiences with like teachers or careers advisors or your family or your friends. But this is your decision. So I would say my top tip here is to be really open and inquisitive and enjoy these experiences. So, how can we help? So, you're going to be able to explore different jobs and different careers that interest you. And importantly, you're going to be able to experience those. So, that experience is really important to kind of develop your ideas, but also strengthen your applications, whatever you decide to do, and make sure that you're not a last minute.com and you're making decisions that you've really prepared for early. So these are all virtual. So this means that all of these experiences are online. And some of you may be thinking, well, that doesn't really count. That's employers don't really care about virtual experiences. And These absolutely do make a massive difference. Every opportunity is an opportunity. So it's what you how you reflect on those experiences and communicate what you've learned that's going to make a real difference. So as I said, it will get you to stop and think and have a look at yourself. You'll be able to make those informed decisions. It may well spark some other ideas for you. You're definitely going to have to prove your interest when you're applying for different opportunities, whether that's an in-person work experience placement or a future apprenticeship or course at college or university. So that's going to make you look like a really good applicant because you've gone above and beyond to find out and evidence your interest. And you're going to feel so much more confident as well if you ever have to go for an interview because you'll be able to share or provide examples and evidence of what you have learned. So how does it work? So our experiences are totally self-led and flexible. So they're designed to be really easy for you to access. So you decide when you're going to do it. Obviously, your school may also decide when is a good time for you to complete these experiences. The experiences vary in length, but you'll be able to find experiences that are very short, that can be completed very quickly, and some that take a little bit longer. But you'll always have plenty of time to complete them, and you'll learn about those industries by, you'll hear from people working in those jobs, you'll be completing tasks and activities, and you'll get a nice Springpod certificate when you finish the experience. So these are just some of the companies that we work with. I'm sure you recognize a lot of these logos, but this means these, because we work with all these different companies, it means that we can offer experiences in a really wide range of industries. So whether you're interested in the NHS, perhaps working in a health profession, or maybe you're someone that wants to work in business or hospitality, there should be something for everybody. So this is just a very short video of one of our young people who have completed a Springpod experience that she's going to tell you what she learnt from these.
So far, I've taken part in a finance and business management work experiences with a few insight days with companies like HSBC, Fidelity. And what I've really liked is that we're able to communicate with professionals, gaining a deeper insight into their field. And I'd really recommend the Springpod work experiences to anyone who doesn't really know what they want to do in the future or would like to gain more expertise into a particular field. It has given me confidence in knowing what is expected of me in the working world. And I think with the new technology and how everything's becoming more digitalized, it's a great way of like experiencing what it would be like in the future.
So Kimberly is just one of many students that's really kind of used these experiences to help with deciding what to do. So it's super easy to get started. All you need to do is go to springpod.com and then create an account, which is in the top right hand corner. So you'll have to add your email and create a password. Don't worry if you forget what the password is. There is a forgotten password link. You'll have to complete certain personal details. So we need to know how old you are. So we make sure that if we have a particular opportunity that's aimed at your age range, we can let you know if that's, if you obviously if you decide that you want us to let you know. So you make sure that you fill in all the mandatory fields. As I say, you can decide whether how much you want to hear from us. You will be sent a email to verify your account. So it's very important that you check your email. It may well go into your junk mail, but this is the code that you will enter. So it's just checking that you're a real person. So you'll be asked to confirm your year group, so make sure that we've got that right from the date of birth that you've given. And then you have to enter your address as well, and confirm that everything's okay. So you will need to find your school or college. So this is really important because obviously your school will want to celebrate all the achievements that you've completed. You have to provide some information about your background, but you can prefer not to say if you like. But you do have to complete something. We want to know what you want to do in the future. So as I say, do not worry if you don't know what you want to do. You can change this at a later date if you like. So You have to, if you're thinking about going to university, tell us what you're thinking about studying. You can put unsure if you're not sure, what options you're thinking about, and what job sectors you're most interested in. So that is it. And then you can go to your dashboard, and then you can start searching and applying for experiences. So you'll be able to explore virtual work experience, which you can see there on the screen from your dashboard. If you really want to start planning ahead and having a little look at what university subjects you can do, you can start looking at those. We also have some brand new content that will be really useful if you're thinking about what to do after school, which is around post 16 options. So to search and apply, it's very simple. You have to make sure that you're signed in, which you'll be able to see because there's a little green circle with your initials in. You can use the filters to play around with and find the best placement for you. There's not a huge amount to scroll through, and in some ways I think it's better to scroll through because then you won't miss out on perhaps experiences that maybe that are a bit out of your comfort zone, but you wouldn't see if you'd put the filters on. Now, to start an experience today, you have to make sure that you can filter by on demand. So if you just want to get started, you can just select on demand. If you want to have a look at everything that's available, you can obviously keep the cohort ones there. So those are ones that you have to apply for in advance. So as soon as you've seen a program that you like the look of, you can click on that program and get a bit of an overview, and then you'll see that it says start. So these ones are on demand, so you can literally start them straight away. As soon as it's just a couple of clicks, and then as soon as you've clicked start, it will appear on your dashboard. So you'll be able to see it under My Virtual Work Experience. Now, this is also really good content that you might want to have a look at. So this is around post 16 options. So if you're a bit unsure about some of these courses that you could consider, these are really good, very short, only at 1 hour opportunities to find out about T levels, apprenticeships, and higher technical qualifications. So you can have a look at that section, and you can see this is the apprenticeship section. So again, if you want to find out a little bit more about apprenticeships, perhaps hear from young people who have completed an apprenticeship or who are currently on an apprenticeship, you can just click start now, and again that will appear in your virtual work experience. So you can see here, this is your dashboard. So I've circled there My Virtual Work Experience. So that's where all of your experiences will take place. You'll also be emailed with details as well. There's lots of opportunities to ask questions if you want to. There's an email that you can use if you have any issues. If you apply for one of the university courses, then a subject spotlight, then again, that will appear in My Subject Spotlight. So 3 takeaways. What do you need to take away from this? So the most important thing above all is that you have to make sure that you're choosing the right choice for you. So use these experiences to really kind of explore pathways and have a think about what you like and what you don't like. Think about how you're going to develop these skills that we know employers are looking for to help make any applications in the future stand out. It's never too early to start gaining experience. So you can start searching the virtual work experience, start looking at university subject spotlights, or again, you can start looking at the post 16 options content as well. So the Springpod team's here to help. We hope that Springpod is really, really useful for you and you make the most of these opportunities.